HIV negative, circumcised, coronavirus free, akena malwede ke a monada, o na le bolwede ba o iliwa. I don't know who raised me.
You don't know who raised you?
Yeah. I'm a child of community. The truth is, churches are full of scammers. Today's churches. Imagine now if today I say I'm better than Tupac.
Yeah.
What do you think will happen? But they know me for flying. I'm Dr. Malinga Pro Max. I end up making research, and the internet tells me that fetish is a sexual pleasure that you get from human body parts. We don't have a celebrity in South Africa. We have influencers.
Yeah.
And not just influencers, bad influencers. Mm-hmm. You understand? And that's what sells.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Bolo House Podcast. I'm your host, DJ VSK, the voice behind your ears. Gentlemen, we have a brilliant guy here. He's not just a rapper. He's a poet, a writer, an activist, a performer whose work continues to touch lives in many facets. From Limpopo to Deep Salute, poetry stages to award-winning shows. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lalas Kholo in the house. Lalas.
Yebo.
How are you feeling today?
I'm fine. I'm fabulous. I'm fantastic. HIV negative, circumcised, coronavirus free. Akena malwede ke a monada, o na le bolwede ba o iliwa.
O tlo re iwa jalo Kholo wena.
Shetse re ko ile ngwana mogalabi. Wa tampia batho.
Hey, I mean,
Tampia batho.
am I lying though?
Wa mpala ka ntšha. Re bona ba tšee ba kgetho gore ke ife mo leseng ke nnamele gore ba inyaka. No, ngwana mogalabi, right? This is Lalas Kholo, moshimana mo pedi, aka motsoko vandale se sa reng kone ke tlhaba ka mafoko ke tlhaba ka mabomo. O shwe o tlhokele poloko. Ya ga ge ke polokwane marothong ba bangwe ba re ke ga bo ke di bone dingwetši na mara tša gešo di tlhatloga phala borwa mala tše ga bontampi mogato mokhubudu mogata phate šo le diata ma tsoga a dipile yei a di waje di ka se ba lomele tabaja ngwana mogalabi. No, thank you for having me today. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hear what's coming up. Now I always have a lot in my head. It can't be.
I know. We're happy to have you here at Bolo House Podcast. How was it on the way to getting here?
Yo, brah. First, let's apologize for being late. Traffic. Renofela re fa excuse. Ke tswa jo bontsho ra tsa maika bicycle. O bolela traffic re shetse re tsebo ra tsa maika bicycle. So abeng ba tsela be bantsi ba re swere.
That's what matters the most.
Yeah.
So let's start from the roots, what was like growing up in Limpopo, leading to getting to Deep Salute?
Hey, man. For me, let's say growing up in Limpopo, it's more like a base, a foundation, you understand, that shaped me to being who I am today as Lalas Kholo. There is a big gap and the difference between lifestyle that side and the person that I was that side and the person that I am this side. So just like everyone, a young kid that grows up aspiring to be a big musician, and now I'm not limited to anything. I don't own anything. So as a poet, I don't own being a poet. So if tomorrow I wake up and I decide to move from being a poet to being a pastor, let it be. And I'm going to be a very good pastor. I know. You understand. So when I came to Gauteng, I came here looking for opportunities in entertainment space, not specifically in hip hop or in music.
Yeah.
But I knew or maybe I can grab some opportunities in poetry space. I can grab some opportunities in radio space, of which I did get them along the way. In different places. So yeah.
So like I said, that you do you rap, do poetry, you're an activist, and so on. You started all your journey in 2009, I get.
Yeah.
Where I think you
high school.
You were still in high school, I think.
Yeah.
So do you remember the first time when you made your first song or your first poetry and recording it and finishing it to say, now this is my final project? Where it started, who you worked with?
Yeah, that story is very interesting, because actually I started by imitating. So I was an imitator. So, but let me just say, artistry in me didn't really start in 2009. It's just that 2009 I got to experience going into a place called studio, recorded a song, and had my song playing on radio.
Yeah.
That's where it started. But my connection with music comes a long way from when I was 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah, because when I was 8, I was staying in a farm. I wasn't going to school. So I was staying in a farm. And because, it's a farm and I'm the only child. But the owner of the farm. And then now I would get locking myself in a room with the TV. So everything I saw on a TV, I started imitating it. So I would see, that's why even since I came here, I've been doing many voices, funny voices on the microphone. It's because I would see Sean Paul singing, just give me the line that I got to. Then I would go with that. The next thing I thought was, Nige, then Nige, Msawawa Wafika is an 8-year kid. I'm 8 year and I'm inspired. I'm going to be that kind of a kid. Yeah. So, it was like that. And then I started imitating when I went to primary school. I think when I was doing grade 6, I had a long hair, very long hair. I still love braiding and all those things.
Okay.
So my teacher used to call me Bongo Muffin because there's a guy called Jazzit. Go group ya Bongo Muffin. I hope that artist go dollar. So my teacher would call me Bongo Muffin. Everything that you did, either nonquera or whatever, I took it very personal and serious and made something out of it.
Yeah.
So when they called me Bongo Muffin, I was like, yeah, maybe I am Bongo Muffin. And I started following Bongo Muffin. But let me tell you, something interesting. I didn't really gel much with Jazzit.
No.
I started getting interested in what Stone Serai was doing. So Stone Serai would write poems and then I was like, no man, I wanna be this one. Not the this go but now I'm all of them because I write raga, I write Afropop, I write hip hop, I just write gospel. I'm a writer now more than everything. So I can also deliver what I am writing vocally or verbally. So my first song that I wrote, I think, was inspired by Teargas, Another Chance. It was a touching story when you listen to those stories. Now, when home, I said, I want to be like those guys. Let me just write something. And then as I was struggling writing and toning papers, came another guy called Tabelo in our village. Because by that time, I'd already moved from the farm to the village. And he said, have you heard a guy called F-Easy?
Yeah.
When you want to see the cruelty of music industry.
Yeah.
Because F-Easy still, according to me, still considered upcoming artist. But this is a guy that if it wasn't for his music, I wouldn't be a good writer. And he never got that popularity in the industry. F-Easy had many songs, story-based songs.
Yeah.
Things that you listen to when you hear Abu Masevene, Abu Siashezi. F-Easy was sticking to storytelling as clean hip-hop.
Yeah.
And that inspired me to write my first song called Botlali.
Botlali.
Yeah.
So was it submitted on radio as well?
It wasn't, because the production wasn't really radio worthy.
Yeah.
You know, it was one unique hip hop in unless some kind of Limpopo element, but it was hip hop. But people loved it.
Yeah.
Any kind of competition that came through, you know, those organizations, tse re gola re di tseba, bo Love Life boing, tse di be di empower our youth. And I would enter with that song and I'd always be in the finals.
Yeah, well, let's get back to, you said it's F-Easy.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what could you do different right now from him, knowing that F-Easy was packed with all this talent, storytelling and all that, and I see those qualities in you right now. What would you have done different to come up and enter in the industry?
The thing is, maybe I'm using the word perhaps. Lalas Kholo. Maybe nale F-Easy are not the strengths outside. As much as inspired me, I could be embodying more. I could be maybe more resourceful. Remember, F-Easy is a rapper. He's a writer, a rapper. I've never really heard him singing. I tried to find, when I started working in radio, I tried to find collection of his music so I can play him at least on radio. And there was one song in our radio system, which was a trap song. Didn't sound well. You know, I was like, I would still listen to the F-Easy that I know. And funny enough, 2 weeks back, I went on TikTok and I found his video rapping in a taxi. It was more like a funny content.
Yeah.
They were doing label, I forgot who's this guy, Baby Powder, who slaps people with the powder. Yeah, I think they were doing a content and they were promoting a song, F-Easy. He was rapping in a taxi. It still slaps. It's still good in that way for him. Unfortunately, in our industry, there's no much market for what he does. So what I would do differently is that I would evolve, and which is what I'm doing. I do multiple genres, not just hip hop. So if I was him, I would try other genres. Maybe that one trap song wasn't good, but maybe if he had tried more, or maybe trying to rap on a dance song, it would be something else. Because I believe a person who's a good storyteller like him can write even things that are not storytelling related. And, you know, can just organize few punchlines and try them on a dance beat.
I've seen something that's been done by Casper Novest. He's been there in the industry for a while. Year after year, he's there. Yeah. Most of the guys, they disappear, but he seems to consistently just going with the movement, you know. What I've noticed is that when Amapiano comes, he makes something Amapiano. He mixes it with his things. So when there's deep house, he takes something from deep house. When there's Kwaito, he takes something from Kwaito. Yeah. So do you think is something that our artists should be working on to adapt with the times?
Trust me, many artists are doing that. I'm not the only one who does this, you know, going all genres and stuff. South Africa's got a massive talent. Unfortunately, it's not the talent that you're going to see on TV. Our new system isn't looking for a talent. It's looking for business, but in wrong ways. So what sells now is a bad influence. If you're doing something good, you're not going to... It's hard. It's only going to be few that makes it. Right now, we don't have a celebrity in South Africa. We have influencers. Yeah. We don't. If we talk about who's like an artist that just do music and focus on music and the kids out there loves that person, trust me, you'd find 1 or 2. Probably now it's Naledi Apiwe. Apart from Naledi Apiwe, who else? You want to tell me about the people who come to this podcast, Barroe Batho? And, you know, those are the people that are considered celebrities, but they are not celebrities. They are influencers, and not just influencers, bad influencers. You understand? And that's what sells. And it's the issue of our system. At first, it was about the talent. And then they realized that, okay, people are enjoying the talent. I don't know who came up with gossip sells. Then we started having a lot of shows that just gossip on TV.
Yeah.
Then gossip started selling. Maybe gossip wasn't bad enough. We need to influence this youth.
Yeah.
They started saying sex sells. And then every music video, there must be a girl in bikini twerking.
Yeah.
Then sex started selling. Then they realized, no, it's not selling enough. Now it's crime. Crime sell. If you watch all the music videos that are playing on national TV, you find people dressed up in a way that if you meet them in a passage, you won't get out with your cell phone. But they are considered celebrities. They are on TV. And real talent and positive role models are stuck and suffering in townships. It's just the issue of our system. But it's not that only. As you talk about Casper Nyovest, there was a time I used to perform for one of the biggest platforms in I don't know if you mentioned brands on your podcast.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I used to perform for MTN. So they called me when I went there. They had a department called at the MTN branch and in North Riding. They had a sector where they called it digital marketing.
Yeah.
And I went to that department and I said, "Can you help me? I'm here to perform. Yes, I'm recognized by MTN, but I feel like it's not enough as an artist. They're only gonna pay me for performing, but I want to get money for my music playing out there. Can you help me to get my music playing on collar tones and ringtones and all that?" And they said, "Who's your agent?" And I said, "Sorry, what is agency?" And they said, "Who's your representative? Who's coming? Who's representing you? Like, do you have an agency, a publisher of some sort?" Those names we were talking about just now. And then I said, "No, I don't have." They said, "No, you must have an agent. This is how we work." And I said, "But why you play Casper Nyovest and he's independent?"
Yes.
And they said, "Who told you he's independent? Are you sure that he doesn't have an agency for him?" Casper never came here to this department on his own too. And that's when I realized that, oh, okay, you need, and a lot of artists don't want to learn about music business. They want to learn about entertainment. Entertainment only ends in tavern. Entertainment ends in free gigs. Entertainment ends on social media. And not even good social media, not Instagram or Twitter. No, there are serious things on Instagram and Twitter. But Twitter also promote gossip. But, if you want entertainment, probably you're going to find it on Facebook. Kwa go tletseng baloi ba porofeta ba maka dirafi ditagwa dikebekwa that Facebook I kgetholle motho. You will find all nyaga there. Mara gore o ye o tume ko bo Instagram, you need to look like a business. And these are some of the things that I believe as upcoming artists, we need to equip ourselves with knowledge, because not everyone is going to get a privilege of getting someone to take them through these things. Now I learned the hard way. I had to be exploited before I learned these things. I used to have people, the politicians, who'd call me for rallies. When they host rallies and they say, "Comrade, I used to be ANC Youth League member." And there's a young, because I was just interested in anything called movement. As long as you call it a movement, and I think it's moving, I'm part of it. I'm joining. I'll join everything. Probably if I knew Bushiri, I would have left with him out of the country. I loved movement. He had influence. So I would join, and then they would call me and say, "Hey, comrade, we have a rally guy, and you are going to volunteer." After performing, I would hear rumors that the people I was performing with got up my 40,000 and this and that. And I'd ask, somebody said to me, what if somebody within our movement is going to these people and saying, "Hey, I'm Lala's manager, and Lala's is only charging 10,000. It's not expensive. So you can just pay him. Then I'll make sure that he's coming. He's new. He's a young person. Youth loves him. And youth loved me because I used to perform with Winnie Khumalo. And you know what surprised me? As a young kid doing grade 11, after performing, Winnie Khumalo's dancers would come to me asking for autograph. I didn't know that's influence. I knew nothing. I'm just a school kid who's enjoying being told that I'm thinking. Umaseba, sorry for strong language, but that's how they used to say to me. But blind, what, calling all those words.
But no money.
That's all I would get. And I was happy with people clapping hands for me. Today, when you clap hands for me, clapping hands is not going to support my child. You know, you need to do something. You need to do something. So artists are too available, too comfortable, too entitled without researching, without wanting to know how the music business works. And that's where they lose it. And that's where all of us, we lose it. Understand the business. But even if you understand it, it doesn't mean you're going to make it.
Exploitation is big in the industry, isn't it?
Not only exploitation. I would say, yes, exploitation as I was exploited. But there's this thing called PR system. And when we talk PR, what comes to your mind?
Yeah, you know, come to
in
mention
business,
that.
not just in music, just like when somebody says PR, I'm a PR, what do you think they are?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I know we do some of it, including like, you know, branding someone and taking their music, you know, to the next level, like radio, you know,
building connections,
and so.
Yeah. So not in high school, they told me that PR is public relations. When you think of relation, you think of relationships, like some sort of networking and all that. And when I came into the music industry, I was introduced by one of the biggest PR in South Africa to say it's a publicist.
Yes.
And that when that lady said he's a publicist, and I said, well, okay, I still understand. It's not really different from that. But what do you guys do? She couldn't define her job role. You know why? Because it's bad and it's changed. It was supposed to be about building network and branding your artist, putting them on, you know, negotiating with the print. I'm talking about your magazine, newspapers, to put their face out there so that they connect their face to the music. You understand? Get me gigs on TV. They go as far as also doing a booking agent's job, the manager role. That's why now they say when you have a PR, you don't even need a manager. You have all in one. You understand? But then it's being misused because in South Africa, we normalized bribe.
Yeah.
Cold drink.
Yeah.
And we are all okay with it. And then now it gets to everywhere. So nowadays, there's nowhere where you see uniform and you don't think bribe.
Yeah.
You see camouflage, you think, okay, someone from a different country is gonna bribe to invade another country. You see them in blue, a criminal is gonna bribe to get bail. You see them in khaki, oh, my car is not gonna pass there. I have to bribe for me to get to the next place with a finished tire, expired disc, or expired license. You just know that when you wake up, you bribe. That's the only thing that is left, is to bribe God.
Yeah.
And now the PRs, they go around and bribing.
Yeah.
And the worst part, it would be better. Bribe cannot be good. It would be better maybe if they were bribing for their artists, maybe to keep playing on their radio or on their TV.
What is happening?
But now the problem is they even bribe for someone not to play. That's where it's another foul.
So there's gatekeeping. That's going down there.
Yes, gatekeeping. And I used to argue, if you asked me 2 years back, is there gatekeeping? Because I used to blame artists a lot, thinking they're lazy, until the shit hit me. And then I realized that actually we are all being fouled here. You can research all gatekeepers. You can just post on Facebook, I want you to start a war, and say who are gatekeepers. They will label names. I'm not here to do that. I'm not a gossiper. Maybe I don't want to spit names because I'm thinking maybe one day they will give me an opportunity to perform at their gigs.
Yeah.
I'm looking for business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So gatekeepers are rappers and singers that failed in their music because their work, they don't have a talent. And then They pursued opportunities in the music business rather than in entertainment, and got those opportunities in productions and all these things.
Yeah.
And now they can't work with you until they put their work verse on your song.
Yeah.
They can't. The reason why we don't make it, especially rappers, hip hop is not dying because rappers can't rap anymore. No. We have actually the rappers of today. Hey, bruh, they are on another level. They can compete overseas. They can they can put America down.
Yeah.
American rappers down. Most American rappers, they only left with names and influence.
Yeah.
It's just that the influence, when it's too much, even when you show people facts, they would argue. Imagine now if today I say I'm better than Tupac.
Yeah.
What do you think will happen?
Yeah, man.
Boruanya. They will write it like that. Go social media. They won't even say nah, you lie, bruh. They would say wanya. And it's because of the influence of Tupac.
Yeah.
Can Tupac rap in Sepedi? Can rap in one language? Does America have only one language? Do all people in America only speak one language? Can Tupac do twist rap? Nobody has ever challenged him to that. I've never had Tupac doing twist rapping. I twist rap. I rap in English. I rap in vernac. I do storytelling. I do commercial music. I do love songs. I do dedicational songs like that. Tupac never done a lot of that. But if I come and say, Kane Kid is better than, I'm not saying he's better than Lil Wayne. They're gonna kill me. Those ones, Lil Wayne's fans are even crazy. So there are people with influence that we think they are superstars, but they're just having influence. And I'll label few people with higher influence in different industries.
Yeah.
In football, it's a Ronaldo. In hip hop, South African hip hop, it's Aries. And then in dance and pop culture, it's Michael Jackson. And then in rap culture, it's Tupac or Eminem. So if you come here and say you saw someone dancing better than Michael Jackson, his fans will kill you.
You'll be crucified. If
you say someone is better than Ronaldo, it doesn't matter how many award Messi will get. No. And that's the reason why Ronaldo's got more followers than Ronaldo's got more followers than Messi. Ronaldo's got more followers than almost everyone on Instagram. I want to check who's got more followers between Ronaldo and Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook. You'd find that Ronaldo's got more followers than the creator of the social media. That's because of the influence. It's too much. So someone like that, you can't take them out. So these gatekeepers are people who failed. And then now, instead of being satisfied with what they got and help the kids to come out of poverty, to come out of the streets, they gatekeep them. They want to put someone who will allow them to put their voice on. They still seek for fame.
So they want to fail like they did. They want them to fail like they did.
Yeah. Actually, no. They want to make it again. I don't know. They just obsessed with the fame. And that's the problem with our skin. We want the fame. And the reason why we keep on being dominated is because real people don't want fame. They want money. And that's why I'm saying maybe us as artists, the only thing we're doing it wrong is that we don't seek for business knowledge. We obsessed with the fame, and that's why we are okay when somebody says and that's enough for you. You go to sleep feeling like you made it. Tomorrow you wanna charge someone for a feature just because they said you are better than someone else. Unfortunately, no, you're not, because fame fades. Even people who join this things that we hear about.
Like, are you talking small room or?
I don't know nothing about. I don't know nothing about small room, and I don't want to mention a lot about Illuminati because they will make sure that this episode is not going anywhere on podcast. Ask people who stood and spoke about the Illuminati, and they will tell you. The smart people, such content. It doesn't go anywhere, and it's only few people who know about these things. It's the prophets.
Yeah,
the prophets, but prophet. But the prophets are not in church. In church is scammers. Anyone can start a church and get offering
What are you saying?
And leave. And church is full of scammers. Like, the truth is, churches are full of scammers. Today's churches.
How so?
You know, because churches can be registered as businesses. So you register a church as a business, and the church is not getting taxed. So I can put any money and say I'm helping a church. It's a money that I want to wash from my business. So churches, you know, when people go to church, yeah, hallelujah. We go for different motives. I understand. But be careful with the kind of God you are following. Let me tell you, from all then we had real prophets. You will never hear much about Credo Muto. If you hear his name, if somebody tells you about Credo Muto, just know that's a woke person. And he's a threat to the system. So they're not supposed to.
I remember him.
Exactly. So it's the same even in the music industry. There are some secrets you need to know. Let me tell you what almost happened to me.
What, in the music industry or religious
flavor. So in music industry, I got go with joining. So in 2017, when I was almost on my prime, I never reached my prime. I'm not a celebrity. No, I got features with celebrities, but I'm not a celebrity.
Yeah,
I'm just I'm still calling myself upcoming artist, because what I regard as celebrity, I haven't seen myself there. The internet says a lot about me. If you Google Lalas Kholo, you'd find Daily Sun says this, this another NX what. I even thought it was a pornography site. First time when I searched Lalas Kholo and I see XX, I was so scared. I was like, yo, Seba kipa mafailang. But the internet says a lot, and nowadays we have AI. It's also smart. It can connect dots. If this platform published something about me, and then. But I'm not a celebrity. So what happened to me when I was almost a celebrity in 2017? There was one of my followers. I have a dying heart fans, Lynn. There was one of my followers from Limpopo who said, "Hey man, you are very good, but I feel like, man, you need to make it. And when I feel like you're dragging your feet, and I know someone who can help you." Yeah. And I was like, okay, someone who knows someone. Nowadays, in the connection, okay, connect me with someone. Who's someone? Said, nah, go to internet. There's a guy called Edward who's going to help you. Inbox this, mpile maina hire in full, and say, go to Facebook, inbox this guy. But if he says send your music, don't send it. No. Because he has a history of stealing songs. And I'm like, how mad? So no, you want to connect me with someone who steals songs. He says, but he also have people that he helped. So I was like, but I don't care if people steal my music, especially the one that is on YouTube. There's a date where it's released. It's there. It's in public. So I connected with the guy. The guy didn't give me a problem. He said, hi, Lalas. So where's your music? So I sent him YouTube links and not my music. So he saw me my music. So now I'm kind of an artist that doesn't sell music but sells performance. So my performances are crazy. I jump a lot on stage. Just now that I'm getting a bit older, I like chilled music. Yeah, I chill a bit, but they know me for flying. I'm Dr. Malinga Pro Max. So this guy was like, I'm fascinated by your performances, but I'm worried about your health. Does this thing not causing you to have cons? And I thought he's talking about coins or something. And I'm like, you saying people are paying me less for jumping on stage? He said, no, I'm talking about the cons on your feet. And I'm like, how? So jumping on stage, how's that possible? He said, no, send me the pictures of your feet. And I'm like, why? He's like, I just want them. I want to see your feet. If you working for me, jumping on stage, you're not going to get... And I said, my brother, I don't think I want to send you my feet. And I thought he was playing. The following day he says, I'm still waiting. That time we exchanged the WhatsApp number. I'm waiting for the pictures of your feet. I'm like, I'm not going to send them. Why? I mean, I want us to talk about music and not my legs and my feet and whatever. He said, there's nothing wrong with feet. Then he take a picture of his legs. He sent me. I'm like, whoa, what ugly legs. let me show him what legs looks like. I sent him. It's like, you got nice feet. I have fetish for legs. And by that time, English, is a problem for us.
Yeah.
I don't know what fetish is. I'm even calling it fetish. And I keep asking people, what is fetish? And they tell me about if something has fat. And I'm like, this guy is saying my legs are fat? Okay. No. I end up making research, and on the internet tells me that fetish is a sexual pleasure that you get from human body parts. If you have fetish for fingers, you get sexual pleasure from touching people's. So I'm like, hey, my brother, when we meet, you're not gonna touch my legs, right? What I saw on the internet about you and your fetish and my legs, we're gonna have a problem. He said, actually, I want more, Lalas. I want more. I want you in bedroom, and I'll pay you. It will be a worthwhile price. I'll give you 180,000 to fund your music. My brother, I was desperate and I needed that money. And being a petty man, now I never imagined another man behind me, a hemelan, ha. No. So I just told him, so keep your man. No, it's not even about driving, but I wasn't gonna live with that. And by that time I was depressed because
But wait, you said this guy wanted to sleep with you,
me, yeah,
so that he can give you in exchange for 180,000.
Yeah, and that's when I started asking myself questions. So luckily I was going through therapy via depression. I was very suicidal after my deal with MTN ended, and not that MTN just I think they wanted me for certain campaign, and the campaign was finished.
All right, we'll talk about the deal.
Yeah. So now I'm depressed. When I go through therapy, my therapist, I told him this story, and he said, "Oh, he wanted you to sell your soul," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "No, there are people who sell their souls through sex," and I'm like, "Nah, Pella, I'm a writer, so I'm seeing a film." Let me tell you what I imagined. I imagined after everything happened, one day we are in a club, this guy's got a gig for me. And then a guy comes and say, "My brother, I bought you from that guy. You are selling." And I say, "No, I'm not selling." Go back and tell him, "I'm not selling."
Yeah.
This guy goes back and say, "Brother, that guy is giving me problem." And then I imagine Edward coming to me saying, "My guy, one of the day there was a camera in that room. If you want a trend from tonight, keep doing what you're doing. I agree you're going to get paid. So give this guy what he wants." That's what I imagined. I imagined that kind of trap.
Yeah.
But
from what I heard,
the spiritual things that
it's
are
a spiritual
done
thing
via these things.
By the time you are done with that, it's already done. There's not gonna be another negotiation. You're already in it. Maybe you'll find it at home.
A lot of people, my guy, they joined because they want fame. And that's why I'm saying we are obsessed with fame. So you join all these things that they tell you to join. You want fame. Fame is not gonna feed your kids.
Yeah.
Fame fades with you. That money you have, it's for you. And all those cars are for you. Once you die, they die with you. And that's why when these people, when they die, even people around them that were famous are no longer famous. Wow. It's because it was never about them. It was about the man. And now the man. And maybe sometimes the man dies because he wants to go out.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to go out. Because when you wanted fame. And your fame, you have to use it for the bad influence. And you're not done with your task. The world is not bad enough.
Yeah.
Do you think it's bad enough when these boys it's not done enough? It's not enough. There's still gonna be more. I'm telling you, and now can I let this thing out about division when I'm sleeping. I remember in the very same 2017, we attended a workshop, and in that workshop there was a guy from Korea, Japan. Yeah, from Japan, Chinese, Jackie Chan looking like type of guy.
Yeah,
he was doing presentation, very sharp-minded guy, very fast. He was telling us things like this, and he was talking about AI. In 2017, he was talking about AI, telling us about artificial intelligence and how things are going to be easy, and showing us that advert yangwana abelego atsoka spetlela tsuri tablet and anyaka GPS and all that. He told us that we are living in a world that is so stuck. Me and my father, we run these businesses and our technology is way further than what you do. And after that presentation, it was 2017. It was 2017. It was 2018. He gave us the mask. And this guy told us about G5. This guy prepared us for COVID.
What?
Before 2020.
2017, 18.
Yes.
Already.
That guy prepared us for all these things. Told us about how technology is gonna be, and I saw unemployment and all that, but I remember I had a dream towards 2020, the world lay upside down. And I posted, I'm no longer using the same Facebook account. I used to have someone who's stalking me on it, and I had to change. If you check my new page, it doesn't even have 2,000 followers, the Facebook, but TikTok, I'm way above. So that guy, I posted and I said, there's something coming. In 2020, things are gonna be different.
Yeah.
And when I start making research, what is this 2020? I find this speech in 1996. New world order. And the new 2020. What? There was a lot about 2020. I feel like the mission was not accomplished. There's something big that was supposed to happen that did not happen.
And you think it's still coming?
And I'm thinking maybe it's happening now. Maybe that's why we are where we are, and corruption is so normal. But right now, politicians will look you in the eyes and say, okay, you want a job? Here, utanaka corruption. And they can tell you that in a meeting, go police station. So that if you have a problem, you can open a case. And when you open a case, because everyone is connected to someone and someone is connected to someone. All these things, but the system, it's affecting all of us. And every industry in Alamatata yona are corruption. And in our music, I feel like the biggest corruption is PR. Unfortunately, we need to just, if you can afford PR, do it. I'm not saying people should stop paying for PR. They should. I have my own PR strategy. I know how to design some of the PR things, but I can only do it for myself, not for other people, because it's a lot of work, and also it requires some sacrifices at some point. There are those who don't mind to sacrifice with their bodies. There are those who don't mind to sacrifice with money, and then I don't have enough money. And also I have great empathy to a point that if I work with artists, they will end up using me. Because I won't charge them what PR is charging. You know, the first PR that I met wanted to charge me how much? $500,000.
$500,000?
And that PR is working with the record label that I still want to work with.
Oh, $500,000. Where will he get such money?
No, he knew that I don't have it. Probably, and the worst thing, that guy didn't even bother wanting to hear my music.
Yeah. So let's go back to the deal here, MTN. How did you come to get the deal, and what kind of deal was it?
Okay. I was performing at a free performance. I used to work for, I'm still connected to that organization called Africa Tikuni. It's a very big NGO. So they you know what they do? They empower youth. Got the work readiness skills, the computer, a lot of things, work opportunities, they link you. They do a lot. So they hosted I think MTN was sponsoring them, was donating computers to them. So they did an opening event for that partnership.
Oh, yes.
And they were opening a new department called, it's not CDP, Career Development Program.
Yes.
Yeah, so MTN was specifically there for that. So they called me to perform because I was working for them.
Yes.
And also I was a beneficiary of their programs. So as I was performing there, and there was a lady, man. She's a Tsonga lady. I forgot her name, man. Yo, I wish I could find her again. Yo, you can never meet such people
What
twice.
happened? Yeah.
That lady was working for MTN Foundation, marketing manager. And she saw me performing. She's like, "Bra, you are great." And she said, "Come and perform. We are having 21 days of career day." And it was a program. That's what I'm saying. I think I was only called for that program. And it wasn't going to run forever, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was for MTN Foundation. And when they call it foundation, it's more like NPO.
Oh, yes.
So it means that also MTN is sponsoring them. Not really that they making money.
Yeah.
But they get funding. Maybe they make money because they are associated of a bit. They do make money. Because let me tell you what happened. That lady said to me, how much? Oh, they said, come and perform at MTN. And I said, when I sit alone, I'm like, this is MTN. I can't perform for free.
Yeah.
I said, my lady, so how much is your budget? How much are you going to pay me for performing? She said, how much do you charge? The trauma of being an upcoming artist and you never charge anyone. Now you undercharge yourself.
Yeah.
I said to her, only 2.5. That's a very stupid question. Can you ask MTN if they have 2.5?
Yes.
Can you ask them if they have, even if I was saying, do you have 20,000? Like, really? Do you think the whole MTN? She said to me, 2.5. Yo, you are charging, ne? Nah, it's fine. We'll see what we can do. Do you know, I performed for 5 minutes. She called me, said, Lalas, yeah, your performance is good. We don't have 2.5.
No.
We have 5,000.
Yeah.
So never ever even charge anyone less than 5,000. Guess what? The next gig I charged 1.5, they said I'm expensive.
1.5.
They said, there's a guy at home, Moki Chwangon. And that's the funniest thing you ever gonna hear here.
Yeah.
This homeboy, and now he's my one of my friends.
Yeah.
He said, hey man, we are called at the certain tavern.
Yeah.
Come and perform. And I said, but I know you, my friend, and I know Zama got 300. It doesn't too sure to something yauja. That guy 300. One mom lab. You are very expensive. I'd rather call Shimza.
Got 300.
And when I check how much is Shimza charging, I think Shimza has got invoice 100,000 somewhere.
Yeah, no,
that
even
he
more.
wants issued.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, like Black Coffee comes here and say, "I'm doing you favor when I'm charging you 100,000," and you're gonna tell me that, you know,
Shimza got 300 there. How?
300 rand. And that guy was very funny and he was serious. Trust me, because he said rather not come if you can perform for 100 rand.
So going back, so the deal at 5,000.
Yeah.
How long was it?
I think I performed for MTN only 2 gigs.
Okay.
Yeah. But they would still call me for their workshops and stuff, try to give me other, you know what they do, because organizations, they would want to empower you. Marana the artists are in education. Very drop out in many institutions. I may drop out their child and youth care. I may drop out in soccer coaching because they didn't want to give me the certificate I wanted. Now I just drop out everywhere because I don't want.
But you get the skill.
I get the skill from different. I'm a researcher. I read 5 books that private investigation when I was in high school, and that's this. I use the very same skill to research PR things. It works for me. Yeah. So now I love teaching myself. I don't want to interpret another man's knowledge. That's why I like writing than reading. I don't read, I write. So you have to read my writings. Yeah.
Yeah, no?
That's why even talking, I talk, you see.
Yeah, no, you do have that talent for that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
data for
you can
this.
do it for an hour or plus.
Yeah.
All right, so but then you said something about you got depressed when the deal ended.
Yeah, because now I lost all the contact, and I would inbox that lady. I wouldn't find her anymore. Probably I would inbox her because the only way I can trace is through Facebook. Probably those are high profile people, important people that see Facebook the way I see it now. Or our platform so probably now go Twitter, maybe nakankaraba. Wow. So I couldn't find her anymore. I lost my job at Africa Tikkun because I couldn't finish the course. And I was depressed. I was unemployed. I had to go back to stay with family relatives. I ended up being family relatives. I spent 2 years staying with them. Then Banrak, on a plan. And then I ended up staying at a church.
Yeah.
When I was staying at the church, the guy that drove me here today is one of the people who used to send me with 300 or you can buy bread or this or that.
Yeah.
So I was surviving through friends.
Yeah.
There's another friend of mine who sent me 200 rand. Her name is Peace. It's one of the people that used to say, friend, are you okay? There's another one called Jane Lebaby. We're no longer friends. She got maybe more. But I think there was a time when but it was me. My fault. And, I used to question why people like Jane, they came after me and I used to, advise them, tell them a lot of things.
Yeah.
And they would surpass me so easily. And I used to say, God hates me. And write such things on social media and they would see. And, such things, they reflect toxicity. Some people are spiritually gifted and they don't want to absorb your toxic energy and end up becoming. I think that's what ended my friendship with that girl, Jane. Because I think she sensed the toxicity that I had. And it wasn't an imaginary. I had toxicity. So she just distanced. But she still talk. Sometimes she would like when I post things and share and comment. Or when I say vote for me, she would vote and screenshot to show me that she voted.
Yeah. And what do you think caused the toxicity?
It was depression. It was depression, little childhood trauma. Bad childhood trauma. Bro.
Yeah.
So they changed my personality in some kind of way. So I was bad. Luckily, I may also, as much as I was toxic, but I was self-aware. I know when I'm doing something bad. And if I do something bad, it's either I do it on purpose because I wanted to risk and see the outcome.
Yeah.
Or either I was misled, advised by someone I trusted, and gave me just this silly, stupid advice because I listen to a lot of people. Yeah, I'm a person who's I learn from what people say. Yeah.
Talking about the childhood trauma, how did you grow up? Did you grow up with your parents or you were raised by your uncles or grandma? What's happening there?
I don't know who raised me.
You don't know who raised you?
Yeah. I'm a child of community. When I started realizing who I was staying with my mom and my dad. And all I know is that my mom was crying every night.
Yeah.
All I know is that I would see my mom bleeding.
Yeah.
And I'm a child, I'm 5 years. How do I ask her, what did my dad do to you? You understand? Then they took me to a farm when I was 8 because they were not able to take me to school probably.
Yeah.
So my mother's little sister, which is my aunt, adopted me and said, I'll raise this child.
Yeah.
And she was only 21. It's one of the most important people because I'm asking myself, at 21, I was incapable to raise a child. I wouldn't raise anyone's child or mine. And the worst part, at the age of 21, I was in grade 11. I had failed grade 11 3 times because I wanted to drop out. Felt like my peers are way ahead of me. What am I doing here? I started school late anyway. It's not my fault. And anyway, it's not like school is making me smart or they teach me how to label a grasshopper. I never work with grasshopper. They teach me nonsense. Maths, solve X. I couldn't solve the X's I was dating. I couldn't solve those people. How do I solve the X? That the answer at the end is still an X. I can't solve that thing, you know. So I wanted to drop out and all that. So, you know, I was moving from one person to another because my auntie also died when I was in high school, the one that was raised me. That was transferred from one family to another. Then I ended up being adopted by my church members. But those ones treated me well as well. One of them is a gentleman called Ntate Langa. May his soul rest in peace. He passed on in I think it was in 2017. 2017, a lot of things happened, bruh. Like the good and the bad. Like it was my busiest year. So it came with a lot of things. And around 2017, Mr. Langa used to mentor me, coach me, you know, take me through Bible studies, make me learn few things in religious because he was a religious man. As much as he didn't like the fact that I do hip hop because the church we were going to is focusing on the law. Seventh-day Adventist, the church that goes on Saturday. So that on Saturday, that church you don't cook. You don't do anything. You just bath. And I wonder how they think we boil bathing water because we don't have showers. It's Sabbath. It's the Sabbath day. On Sabbath day, you do nothing. You know, and the music, they only listen to their hymns. And a cappella, gospel a cappella. Not the one with beats. Like when Jesus say yes, no, it's too much for them. It's beyond the gospel. They don't want it. They want, you must, you know, when it was many years ago when the day of the Bible when they want that.
But what do you think that is? I mean, right now, I mean, when that happened and during that time you were still a bit young, but right now as a grown up, when you look back at that, what do you think of that culture or that religion? What do you think is built like that?
Religion is stereotype. I don't care which church you go to. I don't care. Religion is stereotype. And it's a church. It's a stereotype.
I'm saying that they don't want you to cook. They don't want you to do anything. They
you want me to, what do I think about their cultural practices? I think they were good for them, not for me. Because they teach their people discipline. It's like in school. Someone, if we can start a debate and say corporal punishment is bad or it's good. It's good. Kids nowadays, they beat teachers. They do corporal punishment on teachers because they don't have corporal punishment
to themselves.
You understand what I'm saying? So there are people who were disciplined. They knew that on Sabbath, these and these. It created some sense of order. However, if we were to argue it religiously, I would say it's madness. Maybe Jesus would come and argue that as well. Why? There's a big gap between the Old Testament and the New Testament. Jesus argued some of the things in the Old Testament, but we still read the very same book. He didn't say, he said Sabbath was made for the man and not men for the Sabbath. Why do you put men in prison and make him and make Sabbath everything, like his life to circle around Sabbath, to be centered around Sabbath, while there's so much to explore? They complained, people in Old Testament, they complain about why people buy jaba sa tlapa diatla. Jesus was like, why buy dijo tse le goreng ba rile a dijiwe like boggling? Jesus said the problem is not what's going in, it's what's coming out. You may eat healthy and still speak nonsense and think nonsense. You understand? So I'm saying their practices are okay for their people and they create order in their church. And every church has their own unique practices. So all of them. It's like the Deliverance Church. I don't know. I went, and luckily I went to almost all the churches. You know that? Yeah. And Deliverance Church, I had a problem with falling. No, why should I fall? Why should I fall down when you pray for me?
Isn't that the Spirit, the Holy Spirit over you and then you fall?
And then you fall.
Yeah.
Wow, that Holy Spirit, so it's so discriminative. It's racist. Because I went to that church, the powerful pastor was there and was praying for everyone, and people were falling. Now I only know how to fall in love. Yeah, I don't just fall anywhere. And I didn't fall. I was remaining there. And so I stopped going. Because one level snacks. The other pastor once invited me to his church, and he was praying for me and pushing me because I wasn't falling. And then he blew his in my ear. He do all those things, and then I said, I don't like what you did. I didn't want to fall, and you kept on pushing. And he said, no, when you don't listen to the Holy Spirit. So as I was blowing in your ear, I was blowing the Holy Spirit. And I was like, so the Holy Spirit is with you. Out of all these people in the world, the Holy Spirit chose you. And then he lives in you. So he's your God. He's not our God. No, I also have the Holy Spirit, the one that wakes me up in the morning, the one that protects me, the one that brings light to the people. You understand? And the people still choose the darkness. That's the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the influencer of the law of love. So all the churches, they have faults. Because even the Bible, they say the seven angels of the seven churches, they go to the churches, all the churches have fault. This one, they are fighting. These ones are judgmental, they are judging people. This one forgot my first love, because love is everything. You know, the Holy Spirit is the influencer of love, because if we love one another, we won't kill each other, we won't steal from each other, we won't get jealous of each other. I won't take your wife. We won't sleep around with many women because we love them. We don't want to defile them. We don't want to do whatever.
Yes.
You know? And another law, churchian nonsense. No sex before marriage. Sex is nature. Dipudi are inyali. Khomo a lenyale. And I'm not saying dipudi are di khomo, mara lenyalo la motho montsho le a tura. So go ra gore ge nna ke sa gone wa fota magadi ka nyala go ra gore mutabazo nigis au na ke dumellane le yona. When you are sexually active, sex is made for a lot of things. It's not only for children. There are people who are married for years, they are trying to make children, they're not making children.
You know, I think when it comes to that, there is, during the time they said it, it might have made sense. I mean, just a thought. And then now, we're at an age where you have to marry from money from your pocket. So at that time, your family will arrange the money and get married for you on your behalf.
If that's the fact, I cancel magadi ke scam ebile batho ba nyala no ra ba fa di khomo ra ba fa di chelete ba fetsa ba hlala ba nna ba nyetsi ka di million no ba sengile million gone o itlame goma
yeah
gone ijilo o bile a million fela ke million something lela ntshitsweng go gating go ntshitswe di chelete go wa understand Arabia. And I love the fact that you mentioned something maybe during that time. So during the time that Jesus was living is not the time of Moses, and that's why he was challenging a lot of things, and he said, I'm not here even to change the law. Ke tlo go dira gore wa understand o be right e be o le swanele mara le rena re phele ka nakong ya Jesu a ona motho a tlo gogotelwa sefapano ba re ruhetse di bim mara sa cha bo ya hele haibo gana re no walk straight into heaven. There's so many questions, and that's why I'm afraid to be too religious, because I have questions that even some of the pastors from that church, I'm telling you, Seventh-day Adventist Sabbath people, they read the Bible, they know the Bible, but there's some questions they couldn't answer when I asked, and I was like, but then you want to tell me that hip-hop is demonic? I am a.
So you think maybe they say it's demonic because of the lyrics?
Lyrics Jagorja Tupac.
Of the majority of the people in hip hop. Not necessarily you.
I love the fact that you said majority. So the majority is always sidelined. Because look to like modimo ke esesana. A go tsamai ba bantši, a go tsamai majority. So tlogelang taba tša batho ba majority. Re tsamaišane le ba ba few ba ba dirang go loka. Nna ke morepa wa mmakgonthe kgolo ya gogo. O a sa roge motho a gang batho. Ke no gona go thoma koša ka sereto ka reta mosadi a memela. A thoma o ba le hope ya gore linyalo ngale gerea ke gona go bolela le youth bana ba change ka ba botsa ka koša gore ba tloge di strati ke mo ka ra bona le gore gona le positive influence. Unfortunately media le na inyaki media le na inyaka violence inyaka sex inyaka gossip media le na cancela jiga majiga cancela say got talent say idol se ba le bontsha o ya jola 99 ba le na le swanela go kitimishana le kitimishe jana scared
I see
le potla monna
Yeah.
a ke bolele bad
Yeah, but
mara o lebelele di-show tse di beng mo TV no ke tša go promota mathata a batho ba bantsho seneneng hey fridge ya phuma we're always in trouble. It's
And
always
I
trouble.
noticed something else that is currently, is going up. Is same sex. It's been promoted quite a lot now on TV.
It's been promoted. It's been a while. Laws are go America. Sometimes you.
What do you
question
think of that?
those things. Let me tell you something before I forget it. I wish baka support the ex ola wa di drugs. Ke na motho I wana le ya ntwa go loka mo TV.
Oh, ex-rep.
Ex wa di drugs uzokuthola.
This is October.
And ba le ko motsentsha mathate. And ke na le ya ntwe right because drugs ke o ke tsona tšiwe di cause crime bana ka maphara future le lolela South Africa bianka moka le geresa. Le lapile. Oh, o no mputsisha gore.
Oh yeah. I think I.
Ke dile botse ka go lebadi.
But I think it was related to what is it? Ah man, I missed it.
Yeah, man, I go gopola re sa bolela ka taba ya
Same sex.
Same sex.
So I was
Yeah.
I was asking you about what is happening now, especially if you look at Netflix. Watch a movie. There's maybe 80 to 90% of the movies that they are shooting now, even the series. There's no way there won't be a same-sex relationship in there. Either
Is it?
2 females or 2 males.
Is it?
Yes. It's happening right now. So
I
what do you
get
think?
na. And I'm trying to think how much of a blessing I am to myself because I don't watch movies and series. Anyway, it's okay. Ba bontsha reality. I get sexy ya rekish, drugs ya rekish, crime ya rekish. What's wrong with it? Siyalalela as jajan.
What kind of impact that do you think it has on our children?
Let me tell you something. I think there's a big confusion between LGBTQ and GBV. So right now, even organizations that should be focusing on preventing violence, gender-based violence. And when we say gender-based violence, the thing with people are stereotype. Once you mention this, they think of this. And just this only. You say GBV, that's those are 3 letters. Stand DMH3 with gender, it's another way. Gender asibasadi. It's for everyone. It's for everyone. And also somewhere somehow ke bona isentse include le bana. Bana ba violate. And I understand the mandate because yes, basadi ba every week nowadays re phela re bona ke someone is missing. But a re tla mo go same sex what re a tsebo re tswa kae my guy. How right tseba man. Ke gale man, you know, ke gale America le go inflicted lo tse dintsi. And re a di adumelelwa ke rena re leader ke di toy. What country leader ke di toy. Ya nga ya South Africa. What does it? What are the requirements of being a president in South Africa? I
don't think there are any requirements. I mean, if you don't have education, you can still.
No, if you don't have a criminal record, you won't be a president in South Africa.
Only that. That is the only.
I think you need a criminal record. If you don't have it, you're gonna have it when you finish your term.
I mean, coming to think of it, most of the ANC cadres, they were all arrested, isn't it? Or we delete those criminal records from the past.
O tlo re botsa gore na re go botsa batho ba be le president a se ba ba re lwetseng ke bane ba rekisha bane ba re lwela. That's why Chris Hani ba ba bolaile just lwetseng fana brua ka di sensitive di very sensitive, especially di bolela ka motho o tshwana le nna artist wa bo maybe nna ba tori hey let that one focus on music, otherwise this one should not get played on national TV. This one is gonna be the problem to the system. So are sharp.
Oh yeah. Anyway, we're coming back to your music.
Yes,
because we really went off.
We
talked about lots of different things.
It's your fault.
So there is a couple of guys that you worked with, and some awards that you won, and so on, right?
Lady awards check the ropilwe.
Robbed you. So
ka 2011 when I was doing grade 11 I was a participant at Thobela FM Hip Hop Heritage and you know you every podcast they can go on like him because you are the first podcaster to hear this. I never said this in public like I was the participant. So ka gopelo Thobela FM ne and I understand that things changed. I was told that the sponsor withdrew when we were in the finals and no formal communication was sent to me. And as somebody who entered, don't think for me, ne? But also think for me. Not think for myself. You don't think for me. Think for the people that took their money and voted for me for that competition. For competition, the sponsor goes out. There's nothing that I get. I went there, I did the advert. Yes, Sembro did pay me for those things. But I'm saying, at least in paying award, and it really as Thobela FM. I don't know Thobela FM.
Yeah.
Le tseba gore music wa ka relevant. Limponi go next on stage. Le kwele gore question ya mathomo ya Arthur Mafokate ampushitseng yona keng. He said, Lalas, does radio station play your music? And ka chabo bolela leina la radio station gobane ke radio station ya gae ke rata moshate wa tsebo le boithabišo. Nna ke no gopela gore le nomphang award as ka tla le chelete. I don't care ne re swentse ba re win di 10,000. It's fine. Sponsors tlogile le tla itse ka 10,000 ke tla no itse se file volunteer obo yeah mar ntireleng award ya ngwala Thobela FM Hip Hop Heritage 2011 because I know that I got the most voice, the most votes. They were announced on national radio, people listening. Everyone who voted for me that 2011 who knows that Lalas Kholo was a contestant for Hip Hop Thobela FM Hip Hop Heritage, they know that I was the leading in votes. And maybe that's the reason why sponsors sigogile morao because ratsebo sponsor say like a mang ebile ratsebo ke mang aba swentja win and it vote tja ka di minute le batho. It's fine. Na re sale da nampeng award ya ngwala Hip Hop Heritage 2011. Mara ke to bua ke sa to submit le dlale le music wa ka because o monate le go skimsa melo ralo
ene ba o rata
go mo msha naga le tata tsha mapanda ba rala marapa ke wa bone na Thobela ba pedi le ba lobedu ba tlokwa ba gatla ba se motwana tamata menge mashaba shaba ka lebitso nna ke bitswa Lalas Limpopo ke shile dipitsa di bid bo motsenela ba di tsenela spedi sitlwekile ba se tlapela ba se Netherlands ba no tsatsela bo mona ga swere bo motswa ga swere ba sa go setše ga o ta intšeri fatela tše shudi la le dijile le tšatši ka tšatši ke roba record di thaka tša ka di bola ke mapogo botlhale matšatu mi wa toro hustler for life never lempone ke ga party talk going up to the top ke nyaka modimo ntshware ka letsogo ke nyaka satana tlhabe ka letlogo ke nyaka badimo ba lale boroko Wow. Give me my flowers while I can still smell them. Don't bring them to my grave.
You deserve them. For sure.
Yeah.
So let's look at
the award DJ. Exwentu ba ku win ye Thobela FM ya 2011 aka kry award ya ka mara ke a tseba go luki ba mphe award otherwise go itirela yone ke tla ya go bona ka ba botse gore go itirela ba mphe the rights tša logo wa bona ke itirele yone because I deserve it. I won. Oh, nyaka ke jole pele ke di name o runyo go di botsa batho.
You were a finalist ya the Mamas Awards, SASMA Awards. Even won Artist of the Year at the Deep Salute Lifestyle Awards.
Yeah, SASMA ne ke sa nominate wa ne ke perform. Yeah, last year.
Okay.
Le Bumlindo bu say really bu Sisi, my favorite artist.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know that Sisi is just a beautiful person.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's beautiful.
You should make a song with her, ne?
Yeah, a song, a very good song, a beautiful song.
Sharing a few lines in there. Have you ever tried to work maybe with guys like Malebo from home?
Malebo ne? Privilege. Nalwarra. Aksepuru san recognize. Remember Malebo in Limpopo is big.
Yeah.
And Malebo doesn't know gore go ile go ba le batho ba tshwana le bolala sebo maybe bo mopedi a ka ba tseba maybe nako a le ka kwa gale ba ka kwa le artist tse dintsi le bana ba ke ne ke tsenetse le bona competitioneng wa bo malebo ka gopela feature ampotsa price ya nka se bulele because a ke tsebe a ke ro ka se tsebe motho re ke ntwa re itang everyone wa bo ya bo ra ke na yona wa bo yana mo ba re feature I direge but it's someone that I'm still willing to work with him but unfortunately when I look at how we push right now I think it's fine if we can just work one understand no at least we are both at the level where we can talk about the royalty and what but back then I understood and I had not built my profile enough and technology to more gola nexetse ke movie wa bona e ke no music or o be more online hape na ke le ka rekisha di CD o bone more ka 2017 ke rekisitse Madiba mixtape ne ke rekisha ka di CD it was not online. I would sell 50 CDs in a day. Wow. Yeah, and I can share 150 rand.
Have you ever got to publish that music on platforms like Spotify, Apple, and one other one?
Yeah, one no. Yeah.
But the old one?
No, the old one again.
Why not?
Quality le
why not re-record them and make them have
because
the same quality?
Every day na hit. I want to learn your erduchiso. Ko sha khono jwana. And nanu you go the wood gospel like how relevant for me.
You can see that you're also a mentor. There are some artists that you mentor now.
Yeah, and my babies.
So you are growing other people now.
Yeah, but I've been doing this for a while, bruh. Even when I was high school, I think when I was doing grade 8, I used to mentor. There's a boy that plays now. He plays for Skwatta United. He used to dance for my team. I used to have group of dancers, group of poets, and I'd write for poets. And I started this as a year. So it's been just now I get paid for it. That's the difference between now and back then.
Okay.
Now I'm doing it within organization, also but outside. Also within my own organization that doesn't make money yet. I also mentor some. You understand?
Yeah.
I try even to manage some of these young artists.
Yeah.
I have like Butelu Kumalo, I have Fifi Sabati, I have Sibare say, I featured Siba on the song Mama. You know, it's just that we don't have Nali Siba, we don't have like formal thing, or like you know, in terms of, but her mother suggested that I manage her, but I feel like the distance is bit. You know,
okay, you stayed.
I'm in Deep Sloot. She's in Germiston, but also even the working distance. When I'm free, she's busy. When I'm busy, she's free.
Yeah.
So it's not working. I'm thinking of transferring her to someone who do justice to what she does, but also I would still be supporting her. She's an amazing kid, unique voice. That voice is expensive. Voice yasiba, you can't find it anywhere. No. Mama. Kujo song. So Fifi kwa pelang atandwe yaspedi sepela rosasa. So these kids, they are known for that. Just like the way Naledi Apiwe started. But Naledi was, and I always tell them that there's only one Naledi Apiwe. Don't think because she got recognized by Chris Brown, you're going to get recognized by Chris Brown. So when I advise you to take a different journey, you must listen to me because you are not Naledi Apiwe. Kids should know that.
Yeah.
And Naledi, I'm happy that Naledi is not doing dirty music, man. I'm happy that that child doesn't twerk for people in just 3. I'm happy that she just does music, using her talent in a best way talent should be done. That's a young person that I want other young people to just look up to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the nonsense at more TV.
Yeah, well, let's just go something for fun before we close.
Yeah,
Yeah, we will never finish. We already went through. So, I'm going to ask this 5 quick fun questions. Ne? You just choose very quickly. Ne? Don't dwell on it, think too much.
Okay.
Fun time. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Studio or stage?
Studio. Yeah. Studio or stage?
Yeah.
Stage.
All right. Poems or writing bars?
Why these questions? Why couldn't you just talk about slender or plus size?
Choose one.
What are you saying?
Poems, writing poems or writing bars?
If you're saying writing a poem or writing a song, I would say a song. But if you say writing poem or bars, I would say poem.
All right.
Because bars don't come easy.
Ne? All right. Limpopo vibes or Josie energy?
Josie, I could do 3 days, 4 days Limpopo. Mara ke a le rata e bapedi ba gešo.
Dream festival to perform at?
MTN SASMA Awards. Man, I have something. As long as you call MTN, I'm sorry. MTN, re kgopela le sponsor podcast. Ya go name batho ba modimo ke re MTN. No, man, I love MTN. I don't know why. Man. Maybe ke rata maelo bo. No, I just love MTN.
Yeah, ne?
Yeah.
So, in closing, I want to say thank you for showing up. You shared a lot of, information. I hope people will learn from it. I know some people will crucify you for that, but thank you for sharing and standing your ground. Many people don't have that. And I'm thinking that we'll invite you again. I don't think you gave us everything. we have skipped so much that we should have talked about, but probably next year we'll see. We have to bring you back again.
Political religion.
So yeah, your story is quite powerful, and I think there was some things that you touched about that affected you as a person and why you do what you do. And I didn't really want to dwell there because today is really about you, and then the music is for another day that we can talk about. So, but all of it, thank you for sharing your story, and it was really great.
No, thank you for having me. People should be on the look. I just did a song with a guy called Black Rage from USA. He's a rap and animation creator. Create the animations on internet. And then also, I don't know when I'm releasing my song with AB Crazy, but it's been recorded. He's been asking me. I also don't know, but also look out for the new song that I'm dropping with a girl called Buitimel. I used to mentor her. I'm glad that she's back home to working with me now as a established artist. And we have a song called Hamba Nawe. I think it's one of the songs I'm gonna perform on next on stage because I qualified for the next semi-final rounds. I'm also nominated for Artist Scout South Africa. Vote for me. I forgot the voting numbers, but I know number mistake. So just follow me on social media platforms. Lalas Kholo everywhere. Just type Lalas Kholo or at Lalas Kholo. As long as it's into internet, it's a Spotify, it's a Instagram. I'm there.
Yeah, so you provide details about those nominations.
Yes,
and then your latest song when it's coming out. They
Yeah.
should just follow there.
They should just follow because I don't know the dates. You put these things on distributors. Now I don't have any publishing company. I use the online distribution. It's our Robert.
Yeah.
Mara, it's fine. One day it'll Robert.
Yeah, man. People will follow your work, but you have your YouTube channel where people can find your work.
Lalas Kholo.
Lalas Kholo.
LALAS space KHOLO. Kholo for Kholofelo. Batswana le bapedi le Basotho ba tseba.
Oh yeah. That's it for the day, guys. This is Bolo House Podcast, and your home for entertainment, your home for upcoming artists, knowledge where you can grow your career. Stay with us and watch this our episode on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube. You can also listen to the podcast on Spotify. So we are available there as Bolo House Podcast. All on our social media, Bolo House Podcast. You know us. and nna ke bina phala ke bina la Makgowa ke tšhaba mediti. Bye bye.